Hi, it's been a little while since I did a video. It's been really cold here in Michigan. We have a heat wave. It's in the mid-20s today. Broke it down to a sweatshirt, took off the winter jacket. I wanted to talk a little bit how we got through this cold spell with our horses and chickens. Also, we have 5 chickens too. Some of the essential items was straw. We used a lot of straw, about a bale to a bale and a half in the horses, each one of our stalls. And then I actually refreshed a couple of them that kind of needed it in the middle of the week. Usually I do daily pitch outs. This week our horses were in so much, I was not able to do that. Everything was froze. It was -20 here on Wednesday with the wind chill. And so that was one of the things that we used. And then I did blanket all of our horses. I don't typically do that on a daily basis. Today it's mid-20s with a bit of a breeze. So it feels I think about 15 right now. They do not have blankets on. They are happy out in the pasture in the sun, out there actually digging through snow and grazing. Another essential thing that has been fairly new to us in the last 2 years is I used a water heater in their outside tank. Inside, we do not use anything. I just pounded out their water morning when I did chores, and then in the afternoon I did it again, and then in the evening I did it again since they were in for majority of the day. On Tuesday they were turned out for maybe 3 hours, and then the wind got really bad. That was Wednesday. The wind was really bad. They were only out for 2 hours. And so I did do the water multiple times a day those days. And then we also made sure to give them extra hay. So I gave them, instead of 2 or 3 flakes each horse, I gave them 3 or 4, if not a little bit more, and provided extra hay for like the foraging aspect of horses. And they use those extra calories to keep warm, so that way they're not shivering and getting cold. So those are some of the tips that we used in case we have another cold spell I wanted to pass on. A fun fact, I'll put it in part of my video. We did have a coyote actually out in our horse shelter. I came out here mid-morning one day, it was about 9 o'clock, to put my horses out, and a coyote came out of the shelter, which was about, at that time, maybe 80 feet from me at the most. The next morning I came out, and he was there again. And he was about 30 or 40 feet away from me that day. He was cold. He came in here, I think, just to stay warm. He didn't have anywhere to go apparently. So I scared him off, and then he hasn't been back in 2 mornings now, or 3. So I'm really hopeful that he doesn't come back. I'm maybe a little bit nervous. Our Mustang, the white one, did seem a little bit anxious. The one morning when I put her out, she actually hit her stall when she was running out, and that's not like her. She's really slow moving, especially in the mornings. So she definitely sensed. She actually went out to the shelter that day and smelled around a little, which is abnormal for her. She usually goes straight to the hay. So a little bit of excitement through the heat wave too that made me a little anxious, having me go out there and check before I put them out every day to make sure we didn't have a coyote. I got some pretty decent videos too, so I'll post one of those on my YouTube page as well. And then with our chickens, just a little bit of a tidbit, we just use extra straw. I change their water. We don't do heaters with them or anything. They still laid 2 or 3 eggs a day through the cold spell, and I just kept going out there throughout the day to check on them. It only takes a couple minutes. I counted that as my work breaks, just to be able to get out of the house for 2 minutes, because I didn't want to be out there longer than that. But those are some of the tidbits on how we made it through the cold spell. I hope everybody survived and stayed warm. And until next time, thanks for watching.